Ooh, all right, I'm so excited for this one. So, if I'm correct, this should be my new gas tank and my new speedometer. So I'm hyped about that. So let's see what's inside. Oh yeah, lots of packing peanuts. We love those. Maybe my speedometer's not in here. I think this might just be my gas tank. There we go. They wrapped it up pretty nicely. I don't think it doesn't look like it got dented or anything. So I got this used on eBay, but it was a pretty good deal. I think it was like, came out to about $200, but for the price, I think it's in pretty good condition. Just a few scrapes and scratches, but those should like buff out and it'll be okay. There we go. Looks brand new. So here it is, the new gas tank. It looks like it's in pretty good condition actually. There's a few spots though that I noticed, like right here it's kind of scraped up, and then right there. But I think all that might just kind of come off with some wax and grease remover. But I do have to switch over my cap from right here. Should just be a few bolts right here like so. And I'll clean this all up right here before I install it onto this one. And I'll probably go ahead and wipe down the tank and try to get some of this stuff off before I install it anyways. But everything looks pretty good to me actually. It's a lot better than that one for sure, but came with all the little rubber bushings. I don't think it came with bolts, so I'll probably have to reuse the hardware from the old gas tank. But if I flip it over, that's what the underside looks like. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm excited to go ahead and put that on. So stay tuned and I'll install it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and install the gas tank here. It looks like to me that it's a couple bolts right there. And then I think on the other side of this plastic piece, if you look, well, you gotta take the seat off first. So take the seat off. As you can see, there's a bolt right there. And there's just a nut here on the other side. So I think if you take that out and then these two up here in the front, it should come right off, and then I'm assuming there's a hose or something on the other side. So yeah, and then here's the new one over here. Looks so good. I'll have to switch out the gas cap for sure, but this one actually doesn't seem to be damaged, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to hit it with a little bit of Goo Gone and get some of this stickiness off and some of these small little imperfections. So I'm gonna try to get those out with the Goo Gone and kind of see how that goes, and then take the old one off and throw it on. So I got most of the goo and stuff off of the tank. There was like a couple stickers on there that had left some residue, and I got most of that off. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. There's one spot right there though that looks like some paint chipped off of, but right now I think this is pretty good. I'm sure I'll give it a wash once I put it on the bike, but for now I'm just gonna leave it how it is and then throw it in the bike. And once you get it to about right here, you can see there's this little clip that looks kind of like that. And all you have to do there is just kind of squeeze both sides and pull it out on the other side. But you can see, easy as that. So once you get the tank kind of up, you can see there's this hose right here. This just kind of comes right off. You just got to pull it a little bit. And then there's one clip right there. Just kind of, you'll press down on the gas tank side of it and it'll just slide right off. And then over here, I didn't have to do it, but you're probably supposed to take this little clamp and bring it down the hose a little bit so it's not on the neck on the gas tank, but mine just slid right off, so no big worry there. So here we go. Now I got all that off, and time to switch over the gas cap and everything else over to the new one right here. Also be very careful taking out this bolt right here, because the nut off of here is now somewhere down in here and I have no idea where it is. Actually, I just shook the bike a little bit and it fell out the bottom, so good there. Okay, so I got the gas tank off here and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's pretty dirty under there, as you can see, but now I'm gonna go ahead and switch over the gas cap from the old wrecked tank to the new one right here. It looks pretty simple. It looks like it's just 5 bolts under there. There's probably a couple more underneath here once you lift that up, but should be pretty simple to swap that over, so let's get it done. Let's see how smoothly I can pour this old gas into the funnel. I have a feeling it's not going to go very well. Yeah, it's going everywhere. Not going very smooth at all. So it'll probably be a little easier. I'm just gonna let it drain for a minute. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to take this off on the bottom because I think it'll be easier to drain from the bottom. So don't drain from the top, that's a bad idea. There's the fuel sensor, or fuel gauge, whatever you want to call it. Okay, well now that I got this out of the old gas tank, I can go ahead and flip this one over and start working on the other side. Oh, that's nice. It already came with new nuts, so I don't have to reuse the old ones. All right, so I got everything with the gas from the old gas tank over here transferred over into the new one right here. So I got the fuel sending unit all in there and bolted down. And it's kind of cool because it only lets you put it in one way. I tried to put it in one way, but none of the bolts will line up unless you put it in the exact way that they have it from factory. So that's pretty cool. And anyways, let's flip this over. And then I already went ahead and put on the gas cap as well. So as you can see, my key's a little bent up. I gotta get a new one made, but gas cap works perfectly. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm ready to put in the new tank, and yeah, let's go ahead and do that actually. Okay guys, so I got the tank installed, as you can see here. It looks pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. It was pretty easy to install too, so that was pretty awesome. All it really was switching over the gas cap here from the old tank over there, and then also just switching over the fuel sending unit on the bottom of the tank. So it was just a few bolts and snapping things in place, and one plug on the bottom and a couple hoses, and that was about it. And then as you can see, like I said before, these 2 bolts and then one that goes right here through the back of the tank. But all in all, a very simple job. And I'm excited about how this bike's coming along so far. The tank makes a huge difference between that one with how banged up it is and now this one. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna do the speedometer next, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to make this bike like a street bike style. I think I might turn it into a street bike and not use the original headlight and find something else that I think will still look good on the bike, and make my own custom bracket for the front and turn it into like a cool Street Fighter look. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. Next things coming up, like I said, are the speedometer, and I still have to actually align the front forks because they're not bent, but they're a little wonky. So I gotta figure out a way to straighten those out. And yeah, there's also a small crack on the radiator. If you can see that right there. It's very small, but I saw some coolant leaking out of there the other day, so I gotta figure out if I can put some JB Weld on there or if I need a whole new radiator. I don't think I need a whole new radiator, so I'm gonna figure out a way to patch up that right there. But yeah, it's coming along really nicely. I'll get the speedometer in and make a bracket coming soon. And yeah, stay tuned, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the build series so far. And I'm excited for what's next. Thanks, guys.